previous tarot reading video, we talked about agents in this, what many refer to as the Matrix, being deactivated. Some of you may have thought I was referring to a movie. Others may have thought I was talking about some distant political conspiracy. You'd both be wrong. I'm talking about the prison that is your own mind. Today we're going deeper. We're talking about the monad, the Archons, and the god that the spiritual crowd is too terrified to mention and the religious leaders have attempted to bury. Abraxas, the god beyond God, the force that births both light and darkness. If you're looking for a hug or a participation trophy, this would be your time to click off. But if you want to know why you keep self-sabotaging, why the so-called Matrix seems to feel like it's winning, stay tuned. We're going to look at the Gnostic maps and Carl Jung's psychological keys to see exactly who is holding your leash. Let's start with the source. Gnosticism teaches that reality is a prison. At the top is what the Gnostics called the monad, the one. It's not God in the way your Sunday school taught you. It's the infinite, unknowable fullness. From it flows the pleroma, the realm of divine fullness and light. But here's where it gets messy. According to Gnostic myth, an emanation or goddess named Sophia, wisdom, tried to create something without the monad's permission and therefore without the monad's balance. She birthed by accident Yaldabaoth, the Demiurge, the false god of this material world, a blind, arrogant, false god who looked at the void and said, "I am the only God." To police his new little playground, this material world we sit in, he created the Archons. They are malevolent, ignorant cosmic rulers, spiritual jailers trapping the divine spark within human souls. There are usually 7 of them, tied to the planets. This may also be the true understanding of the 7-headed beast in the book of Revelation. In modern terms, these are the forces of fate. They are the social structures, the addictions, and the common sense that keeps you from ever questioning the status quo. They are the wardens, and they don't want you to know that you hold the key to your cage. So where does Abraxas fit? In Gnosticism, he's the great Archon of the 365 heavens. His power is the greatest because man does not see it. He is not the monad, but the power behind the creation of this world. From him flows life, both good and evil, as we perceive it. Carl Jung took this concept and turned it into a psychological weapon. For Jung, Abraxas was not a literal god, but an archetype. He represents the union of opposites, creation and destruction, truth and lies, order and chaos. In his 7 sermons to the dead, Jung received a revelation that changed everything. He realized that the God of the Bible and the devil of the pit were just 2 halves of a larger whole. He called that whole Abraxas. He said, Abraxas is the God who is difficult to grasp. From the Son he draws the supreme good, from the devil the deepest evil, but from Abraxas life, altogether indefinite, the mother of good and evil. While Gnostics saw Abraxas as a powerful icon to be transcended, Jung elevated him to a symbol of totality, greater than both God and the devil. He is the self in its most terrifying form, not pure goodness, but wholeness. Jung warned, fear of Abraxas is the beginning of wisdom. Jung is telling you that if you only chase the light, you are incomplete. You're a target for the Archons because you're denying half of your power. Abraxas is the union of opposites. He is the lion striking the lamb and the spring morning at the same time. He is the beast within that you've been taught to suppress. Why does this matter in 2026? Well, because the Archons have gone digital. The Demiurge is the false persona you showed the world. The Archons are the algorithms that feed your ego and keep you angry. They are consumer culture that sells you false salvation, and they are also religious dogma that denies the shadow. They aren't just ancient myths, they're psychological forces. They are patterns that control us without our awareness. And the Demiurge, that's the false self, the persona we wear to survive. And Abraxas is the call to awakening. The moment you realize you've been asleep. Jung didn't worship Abraxas. He integrated him. He taught that true liberation comes not from rejecting darkness, but from facing it. If you want to deactivate the agent, you have to stop fighting the outside world and start integrating the inside, the internal. Jung called this individuation. Most of you are scared of your own darkness. You think being spiritual means being nice. It doesn't. It means being whole. When you embrace Abraxas, when you realize you are both the saint and the betrayer, the Archons lose their grip. They can't tempt a man who already knows his demons. They can't scare a woman who has mastered her shadow. As one Gnostic text says, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. But in 2026, we are beginning to comprehend. Gnosis isn't a book you read. It's an experience, direct knowledge of the divine, source, the all. The all means the all. Light and dark, good and evil, order and chaos. It's the moment you stop asking the Demiurge for permission to exist. You are a divine spark in a flesh suit, currently being billed for your own imprisonment. Abraxas is not your savior. He is not your enemy. He is the mirror. And in a world of filters, algorithms, and false gods, the most radical act is to see clearly. If you don't like the reflection, stop looking for a savior and start doing the work. In the comments, feel free to share with me which Archon is currently ruling your life. Is it the Archon of what will people think? Or the Archon of I'm not ready? If you identify the warden, you're halfway out of the cell. Like the video if you can handle the truth. Subscribe if you want more hard love on the path to being whole. I'm Bad Dad. Go get to work.